There may be no more inspiring story in college football than the story of Kentucky's running back, Ray Davis. This is a guy who grew up homeless, was in the foster system, and he really had to fight and scratch for everything that he got. He started his collegiate career at Temple before heading to Vanderbilt, and he ultimately decided to be a grad transfer for Kentucky, and now is earning some very nice buzz ahead of the 2024 NFL Draft. Where does Davis get taken? That is what we will be discussing in today's video. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment and let me know which players you guys want to see me talk about in a future video, and without further ado, let's take a closer look at Ray Davis. As mentioned in the intro, Davis started his collegiate career for Temple. After a couple of solid seasons for the Owls, he went to Nashville to play for Vanderbilt. There, he battled an injury, but in his second year for the Commodores, he really broke out. He finished the year with 1,042 yards and 5 touchdowns on 232 carries. Obviously, Vanderbilt is not known for their football, so as a grad transfer, he decided to finish out his collegiate career with Kentucky. He was absolutely phenomenal for the Wildcats the last season, finishing the year with 1,129 yards and 14 touchdowns on 199 carries. He was a player who boosted their draft stock tremendously, and he has a chance to be one of the few running backs taken on day 2. One thing that I noticed from Davis that I was extremely impressed by was his contact balance. He seemed nearly impossible to tackle in the open field. He did a very good job of fighting through contact due to his low center of gravity, but he also is a powerful runner. What he lacks in size, Davis makes up for power, and he has a very good job of running guys over while maintaining his balance. I really like to see that from him, and I think those tools are going to translate really well. Another area of Davis's that I do appreciate is his patient running style. He doesn't just try and power through the offensive line, he waits for the holes to open up, and from there, he's able to cut back and hit the hole. He has a nice jump cut, and his initial burst is quite good. Patience is key for a running back, and that is another area that Davis excels in. Davis also offers some receiving upside. He has racked up a solid number of receptions and yard after catch during his college tenure, and he has the ability to make plays out of the backfield. He is a do-it-all type of back, which makes him very sought after at the next level. Age is going to be a big thing when it comes to Ray Davis, and why I may have him a bit lower than others do. He is 24 years old, which for a running back is not ideal. On top of that, Davis has dealt with injuries in his college tenure, and outside of this past season at Kentucky, really hasn't had a ton of production. He is a late bloomer, and the age would scare me a little bit if I was an NFL team. Speed is another area I worry about with Davis. The initial burst is solid for him, and he has some good quickness, but his top end speed is not ideal. His range down the field is a bit questionable, and he showed that at the NFL Draft Combine as he ran a 4.52, which for a position in which speed is so important, I think that could come back to hurt Davis just a little bit. Davis is a bit undersized, and I would like to see him improve in terms of his blocking as well. His technique can be off at times. With all of that being said, what Davis lacks in speed and in size, he really makes up for in terms of his power. I could see him being a very good third down back, and I really like what he offers in terms of his power and strength. Ray Davis is my running back 9. I think he has some very intriguing upside, but being an older and slower prospect does scare me a little bit. I think Davis could be used as a third down power back. I hope he gets the opportunity to do a bit more than that, but lacking that top end speed is very concerning and may limit him at the NFL level. Maybe as a third down receiving sort of back, I could see him thriving, but in a short yardage situation, I think he could be a very intriguing player. My player comparison for Ray Davis is former 49ers and Colts and plenty of other teams running back, Frank Gore. While he wasn't the fastest player in the world, Gore was so powerful and played in the league for a very long time because of that. He was a strong and powerful runner who had exceptional balance, and I think that's what Ray Davis can be in the NFL. Obviously, being compared to a future Hall of Fame running back comes with a lot of weight on his shoulders, but I think that Davis can be a very similar type of back for a long time because of a very similar skill set. Ray Davis is inspiring. His story is absolutely remarkable, and the fact that he made it this far is very encouraging. He has some really nice tools and power that he runs with, and I ultimately believe that Ray Davis will be a 4th to 5th round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.